And this is Tuesday night, the 18th of January, 2016. And I also want to say World Enlightenment 2016. I hope you're all talking about it and getting it out there. So tonight's show, we're going to talk about how to stay healthy in a radiated world. I'm going to give you the Fukushima radiation report. And I hope this time it really stirs something up in you and makes you angry. I want some anger, so she'll take some positive energy, take that and turn it into something positive, like into the Enlightenment movement, because this is the only way we're going to stop that radiation from spewing into the air, because the government's not doing it, are they? So we're going to talk about also, like I said, how to keep healthy and some of the foods and what they recommend that's natural. And then the second hour, first hour, we're going to do a little body healing. And then the second hour, I'm going to give you your energy tune up with the energy balancing, curse removal. And then we're going to do an Enlightenment Planetary Healing Circle. I know every time we get together, positive things are happening. I mean, it cannot not. This is too big of a group that has come together. And I want to thank you very much, everybody, for actually tuning in and giving my show energy. Please, after the show, go to the Enlightenment Movement 2016 website and join. And that way, when you join, you're going to get the daily energy work that we're doing and keep into that group loop. And then I also let you know when the high points are that we have to prepare for, that the Satanists and the people that are really dark like to do their ritual work, so we can disrupt it with as much positive energy as we can put out in a directed way. And I also, and please write this date down, March 14th. Why is this an important date to remember? Well, it's going to be around the solstice. It's a time that it's a high point astrology-wise on the planet. And when you're trying to put an enlightened movement together and make it happen, you just don't want to wait for that one big day. You want to take advantage of every powerful day we can and do light work. So March 14th, please put that on your calendar. And we're going to ask everybody on that day to chant, "May divine enlightenment descend down around everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend down around everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend down around everyone now." And that's all you have to do. And just as often as you can do it, every time you think about it, chant it this day, really put out that energy. Let's really call down some divine enlightenment. That's the problem with everybody, with most people that are the walking dead. They're totally disconnected from the Creator. And when you're disconnected from the Creator, you can get angry, you don't make the right decisions, you get upset, you're into that negative world, and you can get sick too. It's that lack of energy. And when you're reconnected to the Creator, you become a awakened spiritual being that's unlimited, with unlimited potential, who knows you can do anything. And that's the beauty of it. So that's what we're shooting for, is helping everybody on the planet reconnect to the Creator. World enlightenment is as simple as that. Why make it complicated? I believe the reptilians want to make it complicated so we don't think we can achieve it. And yes, we can achieve it. Matter of fact, I think we can, and I've been putting it out and really promoting it up on my website and Twitter. And I'm going to find out that there are the dark side. They're really scared of enlightenment. And they're starting to put out on Twitter thoughts that the World Enlightenment movement is a sham and cancel clear that thought. And I just got to laugh because what do they say? No publicity is bad. And all they're doing is putting out Enlightenment, World Enlightenment Movement 2016. And that's what people are also going to see. And that's, how you get the snowball rolling. So I just kind of find that humorous. So let's go and let me give you your radiation level this week. And this is compiled by Bob Nichols. Now, normal radiation is 5 to 20 CPM, and anything over 20 is bad, okay? Bad, 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 bad. So here we go. The highest radiation spot in the United States is Little Rock, Arkansas, and their radiation level is 1,696. All right. Now I'm just going to read everybody over 1,000 because once you reach that high, it's going to go down a little bit lower, but these cities are still over 1,000% or 1,000 radiation level. Okay. So we got Little Rock, Arkansas. The next comes, and this is in order from highest to lowest, Miami, Florida, Colorado Springs, Pierre, South Dakota, Billings, Montana, Memphis, Tennessee, Grand Junction, Colorado, Yuma, Arizona, Louisville, Kentucky, Spokane, Washington, Lubbock, Texas, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Raleigh, North Carolina, Rapid City, South Dakota. Now, we've only dropped down to 1,193. Ooh. Okay, so we go to Portland, the Navajo Lake, New Mexico, Laredo, Texas, Omaha, Nebraska. Now, these are all cities over 1,000 rad level. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Kearney, Nebraska, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Worcester, Massachusetts, Boise, Idaho, Idaho Falls, Idaho, Lexington, Kentucky, Bismarck, North Dakota, Hartford, Connecticut, St. George, Utah, Riverside, California, and El Paso, Texas. Now, guess again, and I said this before, what city, major city, has the lowest radiation? And if you guessed Washington, D.C., you were right. Now, very good. Now they're high, and it's in quotes, tampered with, is 383, and their low that's been tampered with is 73. So Little Rock, Arkansas wins and is the most radioactive city in the nation this week, and there's no prize with this. And I wouldn't really be excited because also Arkansas has the biggest depository of crystals in the country. Yeah, Arkansas, great place to dig for crystals, but you can see how possibly that crystals, if you understand crystals and amplification, that it could be cancel clear, amplifying the radiation. So 30 American cities topped over 1,000 CPMs this week. There were 35 cities last week. There are 15 American cities between 900 and 999 CPM. Now, the most prevalent isotope, cesium-137, takes a daunting 600 years to decay in little teeny tiny levels. And it's not even particularly long-lived radiation. The cesium will remain for 600 years. Now, that's not as good as it sounds, though. The lethality goes up as the radiation drops slightly after a nuclear disaster. Now, Fresno, California stopped reporting for the time being or permanently in December 2015. It's not clear which. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, as a reminder, Fresno's 5-year radioactive high is 2,504 CPM. All right. So now one of some things that Bob added to this was some of the changes, and some of the new categories are abandoned, and the RAD unit results were removed from public viewing by the governing authority. Tampered with. The RAD unit was altered by the governing authority. MIA 5-year high. The RAD unit data has gone missing. The recorded 5-year high RAD number is posted if available. And the KIA 5-year high, and I'm sorry I didn't actually read these to you. The RAD unit was obliterated by the governing authority. The 5-year RAD high is posted. Now you can get his information on veterans today, and you can pick that up. Now, are you familiar with the Los Angeles chemical and nuclear disaster? Now, all the liberal, conservative, or otherwise inclined network jihadist reporters are going ape, trying to convince you and everyone else that it is a chemical problem spewing in the LA environment. In LA speak, that means the air. Nay, not so. They're merely doing their job assigned to them to mislead people with all the skill they can muster. They're very good too, make no mistake. Actually, the chemical problem is a lesser problem, though it will definitely kill you. The LA nuclear disaster is a nuclear problem of the first order, though. The methane is usually called natural gas. Now, there's big methane leaks, okay, around in Los Angeles. So the methane is usually called natural gas. It normally contains natural radioactive materials that are made in the inside of exploding stars. There are things like uranium-238 and have been here since the planet was formed. They are in the very dirt of the earth and thus are in natural gas. Naturally, you can't have one without the other. The rogue well is spewing huge amounts of natural gas in about 1.91 curie an hour maximum of natural radioactive material in the natural gas. Not much, you think? Well, that's about 54.95 curies per day. It is a really, really big leak of natural gas and the radiation it always carries. Now, a curie is the unit of measure used in the United States to describe very large radioactive releases easily, and this is a very big radioactive release. Now, 1 French becquerel is a much more human-sized unit of measure. 1 becquerel is 1 radioactive count per second. 1 curie equals 37 billion becquerels or radioactive counts per second. 1.7 trillion becquerels per day spew from the natural gas well. That's a number with a bunch of zeros, a real Fukushima disaster, class number right here in the USA. This is really awful, folks. And what it means, it's time for people in the LA and the San Fernando Valley to get out of town. But that's the US for you. It just ain't real unless the perps do something that will kill a lot of people. Anybody in LA, wake up and think about evacuating right now, Porter Ranch style, or just ready to go for a walkabout. And we're not even going to talk about the nuclear refugees from the St. Louis, Missouri, that are also out there from the nuclear garbage dump that's burning. Now, if this isn't making you angry, I don't know what will. Do you have friends in these areas? I do. I've got friends all over the world, and we're all breathing this stuff. Now, let's talk about how many people love to play in the snow, or used to. or still do. So let's talk about snowflakes and radiation. Well, it's wintertime again, and parts of the northern hemisphere are scheduled to get varying amounts of snow. This is of supreme importance when we're talking about the rads that are everywhere now. Any kind of precipitation scavenges the rad from the air as the precipitation passes through the air. Snow is far and away the best rad scavenger or collector there is. All right, let me read that to you again. Snow is far and away the best radiation scavenger or collector there is. Snow grabs about 95% of the radiation in the air at the time it passes through it. The wind, of course, blows in more radiation, or a reactor vents more radiation to your city directly. Do you still want to play in the radioactive snow this year? I wouldn't if I were you. Isn't that nice? That's one more thing we cannot do because of an odorless, tasteless, invisible, itsy bitsy piece of radiation metal that is in the air we breathe. And adults breathe about 17 times a minute. Now, for those of you that are on Facebook, you know there is the thought police, and you know there is censorship. And I mean, I am censored all the time on Facebook, and lately I'm censored for posting information about the Enlightenment movement. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm in Facebook jail as we speak. So I want you to understand that Google and share your radiation this week to help fight the Facebook thought police. Well, they're out there, they're active and gross as anyone you've ever met. And what they're doing is, I guess they have orders to restrict and ban the word radiation and YRTW. So simply Google your radiation this week and then share it with anybody, and that's it. And it's the same thing I ask you, talk about world enlightenment. If you don't talk about it, how are we going to manifest it? Okay. So now, what is life living on a highly radiated Earth? Have you really thought about it? How much it's changed your lives? Well, life on Earth is not the same anymore, and a far cry from being simple. You got Fukushima, Chernobyl, and all nuclear plants are leaking. And Fukushima is the largest nuclear disaster of our times that our governments deem unnecessary to give any attention to. And by God, I think that is so criminal. The president of Japan has a blackout and gag order on all information about Fukushima. And to me, that's another criminal move. None of our media talks about the nuclear disaster of our times. It certainly isn't priority, is it? Out of sight, out of mind. The powers that be think because they in the media don't talk about the Earth's biggest nuclear disaster coming from Japan, we will forget. I won't, and you can't either. For if you do, it will mean the deaths of your family, your relatives, your friends, strangers, workers, your colleagues, your children, your animals, everything we know and see. And the way I look at it, if I can save one life by talking about this, I'm happy. But I know I'm doing more than that. So along with World Enlightenment 2016, talk about Fukushima. And now you understand why I'm trying to push and help manifest world enlightenment, take a breath of radiated air. So we want it talked about in the classrooms, see it talked about in the restaurants, all public places, the water coolers, the chat, the social medias, the entertainment shows, see it being done everywhere. Your manifestation makes a difference. So what is life living in high radiation? Well, all I can say is talk about me on a personal level. And for me, it takes a lot of work to stay healthy. I put peat moss under my bed to pull out radiation while I sleep. And I also have the healing stone angelites and the healing angelite healing plates under my bed to constantly heal, recharge, and regenerate me. When I go shopping, I buy a dozen quart bottles of the 32-ounce bottles of hydrogen peroxide to put in my bath water. You know, that gives me about 12 to 16 days use. And you should see people look at me in a really odd way. You know, lots of peroxide must mean I must be very sick, but not true. You know, it heals me. And in the bathtub, it puts oxygen back into your body. This is free oxygen therapy, and this is what the doctors used to use in the early 1900s to help people heal, hydrogen peroxide, until they invented pharmaceuticals, and then they stopped using hydrogen peroxide. And matter of fact, I've even seen articles on trying to talk people out of not using it, which is absolutely asinine and disinformation, because it's free oxygen therapy. You can put some hydrogen peroxide in a bottle with water, a spray bottle, and you spray that into your lungs a couple of times a day. And people have actually gotten off of the oh my goodness, the oxygen that they were wow. That they have to breathe, you know, from the doctor, and I can't think of the word. It's like I'm being blocked. Anyway, they get healthy within a couple months. So, you know, hydrogen peroxide is really powerful. So I also buy large bags of salt and baking soda to add to my bath water in addition to the peroxide for a good cleanse. So I put at least a pound of baking soda in my bath water, or, you know, a cup of baking soda, along with at least a pound or more of salt, and any kind of salt will do. I actually go buy the cheapest salt I can get, and that works great. And then I add 1 pint to a full quart of peroxide for a really nice cleanse, and soak for 20 minutes, or God, actually, truthfully, for me, that's my private time. So I'm in the bathtub anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. Now, baking soda, God, this is incredible. You know, it'll help do a lot, but baking soda will also help clear out some of the radiation out of your clothes when you wash them. And in the bath, it pulls out toxins, radiation, and aluminum with the salt. This is something I actually try and do every single night. You know, I'm really worth the effort. And if you don't have a tub, then do this as a foot bath, and just remember that the water is now toxic, and be very careful how you handle it. So I also drink reverse osmosis water. Now, this method is used to clear radiation, clear water of radiation. I also add a small rough piece of angelite, which is a mineral, and the mineral shungite, to cleanse the water further, and it adds healing minerals to the water. And boy, I find myself taking a lot of extra vitamins to be healthy. And when I am too tired to take them, I force myself to, because I know what happens if I don't take them, and it's really not pretty. I really try and eat better food, eating organic as much as possible, and make effort to juice more. Now, face it, I'm high maintenance now. And if you want to stay healthy, you will be too, and with joy. Now, everyone has their own special body needs, and you need to figure out which vitamins and minerals are best for you. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. And we've already mentioned that rain and snow are no longer my friends. Why? Because it brings the radiation down, and you don't want radiation on your skin, huh? Is it possible to avoid the rain? Oh, God, hell no. Not unless you stay in your sheltered area. I use an umbrella more often and pray when I'm out in the rain. Now, I should be wearing full rain gear, and I just can't get myself to do that for full rain protection. If you can, it would be helpful. My bad, I can't. You just do the best you can. I don't like to fly anymore. And oh my God, I love to go all over the world and travel and visit other countries. And, to me, flying in high radiation doesn't give me warm fuzzies anymore. Then add to that planes can and have lost parts due to the radiation stress, and it's called the Wagner effect. And did I mention that pilots can lose consciousness in flight? And learn what it is and what it means to have radiation poisoning. Now, one of the effects of radiation poisoning, because it affects the brain, is people will get angrier and they will fight and they'll blow up for no reason. Have that happen in your life lately? And I don't know if it was 1 or 2 weeks ago, there was 2 airline pilots that actually, these are the pilots. They had a fist fight in the cabin, and both of them had to go to the hospital. All right, that's flying. Now, when was the last time you actually saw an ad about flying the friendly skies? When I fly, I wear a heavy-duty chemical mask and put lots of coconut oil on for skin protection. I wear long sleeves and pants so I don't pick up any chemical residue the airline may or may not have wiped down all the seats with. I put my mask on before the plane starts, coming off only when I quickly eat and we have landed. So far, no one has said anything about me and my mask other than where did I get it? And they were going to start wearing one too. I find myself not getting sick after the flights when I wear this simple chemical mask. And I wore this, wrote this a little while back, and I'm going to amend this. But you can get those masks at the hardware store, and I really would recommend it. Anything you can do when you fly to help you stay healthy, do it. And like I said, I do take extra vitamins and minerals after I get off the plane to rebuild my immune system. I do not take any people's illness as what they created. No one, doctors, nurses, or any healthcare practitioner are talking about how radiation can affect you and your family's health. When is the last time a doctor, if you've seen one, has said anything to you about radiation poisoning? That perhaps what you have now may be connected to radiation poisoning that perhaps aggravated or amplified your illness. They won't open that can of worms. It's like talking about the radiation from cell phones and all the health damages they cause. Again, this is so criminal. For a doctor to tell a woman who has a deformed or stillbirth baby it's because of her genes or her body structure is nothing but evil and giving her such misinformation. It's simple. We are living in high radiation and women are having deformed babies because of it. No one wants to say the word radiation, do they? Animals are also having to form babies. I'm concerned about anyone who is outside now, whether they work or play, or athletes who work out a lot. Many of these people, including children in junior, senior high school, are having heart attacks because radiation can weaken your heart. And by the way, cherry juice can strengthen your heart. This is not the first time we've been nuked on the planet. Each generation has had DNA damage, so the kids being born are a lot more delicate than they were 20 to 50 years ago. And they're dying of heart attacks. Matter of fact, racehorses are also dying of heart failure. Run like the wind in radiation, and your heart too will explode. You can imagine what this does to all the animals. Have a pet die from a tumor or cancer. Think about the dolphins, whales, and all the sea creatures living and swimming in toxic radiated water. Please stop and ponder on that. They have no voice other than what we give them. I am in constant prayer these days, sending healing energy out to plants, animals, and all life forms, including friends. I call it spiritual overtime. I talk about the disaster in Japan to almost everyone who comes into my store in Honoka'a, Hawaii. And I see lots of Japanese people who are in denial about what is happening. And I'm sure they are in shock and trauma. Now, we have nice long talks about how important it is to speak out and share information with everyone they know. It could be saving their lives. I am always surprised at how many people in all countries look at me with a blank look when it comes to the nuclear disaster in Japan. They all say they forgot about it. For the media stopped talking about it. Like I said, the media has, but we have not. We must speak out about this nuclear disaster to save lives. Stop being quiet, for if you are now in line with those in power want us forget. Be quiet, and you are standing with those in power who want us to forget. Knowledge is power. The healthier you and your family are, the quicker we will all come up with enlightened solutions, not only to clean up the nuclear mess, but to apply alternative renewable power. And think about enlightenment for the planet. Because when that happens, all else will fall into place. Why? Like I've said many times, when all life forms are reconnected to the Creator, they are spiritually awakened beings who know better than to hurt nor harm and act accordingly. Now remember, God, there is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. And radiation from Fukushima has been going on unchecked for 4 years. So it's gone around the globe many, many times. Give it some attention. People will thank you for bringing it back to their attention. And maybe it may extend their life. Talk about the Enlightenment movement 2016 and how we're going to manifest it. Go to the Enlightenment movement 2016 at shutterfly.com and join. Add your energy to what we're doing so we can manifest it. The quicker we manifest enlightenment for everyone, the quicker this stops. And then we're into cleanup. So let's go over some healing information that can help you stay healthy. Now, one of the things, after my last flight back from Washington, I did get very sick. It did take my immune system way down, and I got a lot of infections, one after another. And then I came upon this recipe, and it's called the Master Tonic recipe. And I did do it, and the ingredients, if you want to write this down, is 24 ounces of apple cider, 1/4 cup finely chopped garlic, 1/4 cup finely chopped onion, 2 fresh peppers. This is hot peppers. 1/4 cup grated ginger, 2 tablespoons grated horseradish, 2 tablespoons turmeric powder or 2 pieces of turmeric root. So what they want you to do is combine all that into a bowl except for the vinegar, and then you put the mixture in a mason jar, and then you pour the apple cider vinegar to fill the jar, and then you let it sit there for 2 weeks. Well, I tried that, and I have to say, what come out, it looked like diarrhea. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say it like it is. And I did everything they did, and maybe I didn't strain it enough, but I let it sit there after I strained it for 2 weeks, and I strained it really well. And it says you're supposed to taste a little bit every day, but after it looked like baby diarrhea, I went, oh my God, I can't do this. And then it started fermenting again. So what I decided instead, if all these things are really good for you, why can't I make up my own? So I did. I started just with ginger and turmeric and lemon, and I started making a hot tea out of that. And that actually boosted my immune system up to where I actually stopped having the infections. I added a little bit of horseradish to it, to me, and that makes it a little spicy. Now, okay, real quick, horseradish is a powerful herb. It's efficient for sinuses and lungs. It opens sinus channels, increases your circulation. Ginger is a powerful anti-inflammatory properties, and it's strong circulation. Turmeric is the most perfect spice. It cleanses infections, reduces inflammation, blocks the development of cancer, and prevents dementia. And it's also useful for those who struggle with joint pain. So, I'm going to add the other stuff into it as I go, but I like making it up twice a day as a tea. And, I grate everything and I put it into a strainer, and then I put the strainer over a really nice large cup. And then I pour hot water, boiling hot water, and then I cover it and let it sit there for about 45 minutes. So it really takes all the vitamins and minerals. If you might want to add honey to it. And, if you don't like the taste, I'm sorry, you never had Chinese herbs before. That crap tastes like swamp juice, and it works, but I can't get to my Chinese herbalist. And I can do this. And to me, it really tastes better. After you've had swamp juice, it all goes up from there. But really, what medicine is supposed to taste well and really yummy? Not a lot, okay? Add more lemon to it. Start with a half a cup. I found I look younger. My skin tone is different. I glow, and it's not from radiation. My energy is off the charts. I have so much energy, it scares me. And I have to really literally try to take myself down at the end of the day, to calm down, to go to sleep. I have so much energy, and it's just from drinking lemon, turmeric, ginger, and a little tiny bit of horseradish. So that works. Give it a try. It's all food you can get from the store. So now try not to eat as much fish from the Pacific, especially anything from around Japan. And you have to be very, very careful from the seaweed. Seaweed is really great and has been shown to neutralize radioactive isotopes in the body, and contains a high amount of protective natural iodine, which is great to protect the thyroid. And people in Japan, after they were nuked the first time, the people that really came out of it ate a lot of seaweed and miso soup. So apple pectin is good, and it removes radioactive material such as cesium and 137. Spirulina and chlorella can also reduce significantly radioactive materials, but you should not get it from, again, Japan or the nearby waters. All right, it's good. Foods in high in carotenes, vitamin C and E, like carrots, sweet potatoes, beets, winter squash, kale, collard greens, charge, and spinach is also a natural protector against radiation-induced carcinogenesis. The entire cabbage family is high in caffeic acid, which may protect the blood lymphos glands against gamma radiation-induced cellular damage. And this includes broccoli, cauliflower, arugula, bok choy, radishes, mustard greens, and the like. It takes eating Oriental food to new heights. So now herbs high in selenium may protect against DNA damage, and these include nettles, burdock root, catnip, and ginseng. Members of the legume family, especially lentils, red clover, can also assist in DNA repair. Miso soup, again, is very protective and may help discharge radiation from your body. Rosemary as well helps rid the brain of free radicals. Reishi mushrooms, known in traditional Chinese medicine as ling shi, have also been noted to increase the white blood cells and increase the overall immune protection of the body, even combating cancer. So a recommended method is slicing the dried mushroom and simmering for 3 hours, drinking the concentrated tea. See, there you go, cooking your own stuff. So despite radiation worries, there are some things you can load up on to lessen your toxic intake. Cilantro removes heavy metals from the body, especially when combined with chlorella, and mick thistle is another herb that supports the liver in removing toxins. Bentonite clay, you can get that at your health food store, has been touted as doing the same through binding and removing the foreign substances. In the meantime, coconut water is high in potassium, and that can actually help you make you a lot more relaxed, which, you know, in this day and age is really doesn't hurt, right? I ran into a woman the other day who came in and said a friend of hers, the hospital sent home to die from cancer, and he was just, you know, it was all over his body. So what he did is he went home and he drank about 6 cups a day, water mixed into baking soda and molasses. Now, he said it tasted awful. Okay, there you go, another awful medicine. His cancer was gone in 2 weeks. He went back to the doctor, he had a checkup, it was gone. Now that's something easy you can get, molasses, and you certainly can get baking soda. Now add a little bit of lemon juice to that, which you probably didn't know about. And I don't know if you're aware of the powerful properties lemon provides. It's completely opposite to the interest some world organizations have. So numerous studies have proven the anti-cancer properties of simple lemon. Now, lemon also provides other benefits, including its strong power in treating cysts and tumors. Lemons have the power to cure cancer since it has been tested on all cancer types. Adding baking soda makes it even more powerful because baking soda brings your pH to a normal level. Now, lemon also has potent antimicrobial effect in treating bacterial and fungal infections. It is effective in the fight against internal parasites, and it regulates blood pressure. And lemon is also beneficial for the nervous system as well. It's a powerful antidepressant, reducing stress and calming nerve crisis. Wow. So I've given you a lot of things you can use to cleanse, and naturally, you've got lemon, baking soda, molasses, and sometimes, now a lot of times you can do them one at a time, but when you combine it, that is when the magic happens. And I've read over and over, I remember when I was reading about Chinese herbs, this man was telling his story about how he would go to the Chinese doctor, and the Chinese gave him 3 different herb bags, and he had cancer. And, when you cook Chinese medicine, you start with like 5 cups of water, and you boil it, slow boil it down to a cup. And that could take, like, they really suggest like 3 hours. So you do that twice a day. Now imagine doing that with, 3 different herb bags, of which he didn't think to do them all at once. He did them one after another. And then one day he was so sick, he just threw them all together in one pot. And then he improved, and then he healed himself. So the combination is really powerful. And if you can't get the root, get the powder. The first time I tried the lemon water and the ginger and the turmeric, I didn't have turmeric root. I had turmeric powder, and I put probably a half a teaspoon in with it. And wow, that worked great. And then I could get the ginger root, and it's like I felt like I upgraded it. Put in a garden this year and start. There's lots of organic seeds you can get. Put in an herbal garden with some of these herbs that are very, very healing. A nice way, since we're talking about cleansing from radiation, they chemtrail us heavy, and they're putting a lot of aluminum into us. And why? Because if we have a lot of aluminum in our bodies, we are going to react to frequencies, how they want us to react. Cancel, clear. And I don't do slave will. So here are some suggestions, again, how to detox aluminum from your body. Now, add apple pectin to your daily routine. Now, apple pectin binds metals in the body and prevents them from absorbing into the tissues and helps you excrete them out of the body. Now, you can get apple pectin straight from a fresh raw apple, or buy it in powder or tablet form where supplements are sold. Here we go. Lemon juice. Squeezing half of a fresh lemon in a cup of warm water twice a day is one of the best ways to help your body detoxify from metals such as aluminum. The citric acid in lemon juice helps remove the metals out of the cells and tissues and back into the system where it can be eliminated. Woohoo! All right, kelp helps the body detoxify by absorbing metals in the body, just like it absorbs metals in the ocean. This absorption of them prevents them from being absorbed in the body and aids, again, in excreting them. And the easiest way to add kelp to your daily routine is a nutritional supplement. And again, make sure it's not from Japan. And then we have the wonder spice, turmeric, which is also an antioxidant which fights free radicals and toxin substances. It gently detoxes the liver and kidneys, both of which are affected by aluminum. Turmeric is available, again, as a supplement and can be added to foods as a powdered spice. And, the more I have found that I do my cleanse of the lemon, the turmeric, the ginger, and the horseradish, like I said, the more energy I feel. But wow, it's like unconscious competence. All this stuff not only gets rid of some of the radiation, but gets rid of the aluminum. No wonder why I'm kind of glowing. So you've got to eliminate also certain things from what you're doing, and that's no more aluminum cookware. Most modern cookware is made of aluminum, and pots and pans, they impart aluminum into the food. So use stainless steel or glassware to prevent adding more aluminum to your body while you're detoxifying. And beware of food additives. read your food labels as diligently as health and beauty product labels. Certain flours, baking powders, or other additives contain high amounts of aluminum. They should be avoided. Now, eliminate drinking aluminum cans. Oh my God, no more soda from a can. Levels of aluminum leak into the products they contain. So it's up to you to apply, some of this healing knowledge into your life. It's not hard stuff. I mean, really, none of this is hard to do. And making a hot cup of lemon, ginger, and turmeric tea is not difficult. Try it more than once. If you got to choke it down, choke it down. What is your alternative? You're going to go to the pharmacist, the pharmaceuticals, back to that, and what the doctors want to give you, that which does not work. And they certainly don't have really any pills to clean the radiation out of your body. If you don't do it, no one else will, and certainly not the government, will they? They don't give a rat's ass about us. Think about what radiation does and how it's making people angry. You just think people are going nuts. Well, they are. Now, next hour, we are going to do your energy tune-up. We're going to do the energy balancing and the curse removal, and then we're going to do another Enlightenment Planetary Healing Light Circle. Why? Because we need it. And with that, we'll be right back. Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite show on Revolution Radio. And this is, wow, the 19th. Boy, I got the dates wrong. I'm going to put my glasses on. Good Lord. Yep, the 19th. Oh, well. Mercury in retrograde is still alive and doing well. So if things aren't going well, you can blame it on Mercury in retrograde. So this hour, we're going to do what I love to do for everybody, and that's the energy balancing and the curse removal. And then we're going to do a light work. So this is my fun hour. This is the service hour. And we are on Revolution Radio, and the station is listener sponsored. None of us get paid, and we all depend on you to stay on air. So please go to their website at Revolution Radio, and they have a donation button. Everything is joyfully accepted, and you're helping us stay on the air, and you're helping us get this light work out and the shamanic work, and being able to pull everybody together and really make a big difference on the planet. So, anything you can do, we're very, very grateful for. Please go to the Enlightenment, World Enlightenment 2016 at Shutterfly, the website, and become a member, sign up. And that means you'll get the daily energy work that we do and the high points. It's all on the page, and you'll be updated, and you'll be able to participate and keep the Enlightenment movement snowballing. And if you have a Twitter account, just keep saying Enlightenment movement with whatever you put out. Just keep putting those thoughts out there. That's how it snowballs. And I sure could use the help, because I'm back in Facebook jail. Yeah, I'm such a repeat offender. There is such a thing as Facebook jail. I guess if you post enlightenment things and on too many groups at once, you get your hands slapped and you get restricted from doing that. And yeah, I'm a bad girl. I'm back in jail. So I have to depend on other people to help me get the word out. But you can find me on Facebook under Cathy Bilsky, and I'm also have my public page, Catherine Marie Bilsky, and my store page, Cathy's Angel Light Crystals, Miracles, and Joy. So any of those 3 pages, you can communicate with me. I put the light work on, everything that we do, with the Enlightenment movement will also go up there. You can find me on YouTube. I have a lot of videos up there. You can get my curse removal on YouTube, and you can listen to it over and over again. I call it the maintenance program. And if you don't want to do that, you can go to my website at www.angelightohm.com. That's ANGELITE.com. And I have it there that you can download for free and make a copy and listen to it over and over again. I've got a book on spiritual basics. One you can download for free, and one's a whopping $6. And it has all my a lot of my power prayers in there, so you don't have to feel helpless, and you can have forward movement. Something happens in the earth, you can just go look it up and go, okay, there's a prayer that now I can direct my energy and help create change. You are not powerless. The powers that be do not want you to connect to the creator, because when you are a creator, you become this unlimited spiritual being, and you can do magic. You can do many, many things, like manifesting enlightenment. And then I'm also on Twitter. Oh yeah, Google Plus and LinkedIn. So, any of those, you can catch me. I try to post the power prayers on those, so you can also follow along. This is all about group work. The more people that join in, the stronger the energy is, and the quicker enlightenment will manifest. So my gift to you is an energy balancing and curse removal that I like to do. And to me, that's kind of like a spiritual tune-up. And it removes energy that you've taken on that's not yours. It opens up all your energy centers, your chakras, and it clears your path. And I've gotten many, many letters from people thanking me for being able to receive this and receive it for free. All right, so what I would like you to do is I want you to sit down if you're not already. Put your feet flat on the floor and put your hands on your lap as if you're going to receive. Now, in your mind's eye, because you've got your eyes closed, I want you to imagine yourself in this huge stadium, and it's packed with people that are of like mind, that are of enlightened beings that really want to manifest world enlightenment. Very high energy. And in the center of this huge stadium, we're going to put my big Earth Keeper crystal that's going to expand to 10 tons and really amplify our work. But for right now, I'm going to place each and every one of you in a bubble of golden flame. I add to that the blue flame of protection, the violet flame of transmutation, the green flame of healing, and I seal you in the pink flame of love. So I want you to take some gentle, deep breaths, and not so you hyperventilate on me. And I want you to inhale light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And imagine all that energy going through the violet flame back to God. And you fill up with your divine essence. So you breathe in light and you exhale out everything that no longer serves you, and allow that energy to go through the violet flame back to God. And you keep filling up with more light. All right, do that one more time. Breathe in light. Exhale out energy that no longer serves you. And one more time, breathe in the light and exhale out everything that's left in your body that no longer serves you. And imagine it going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. So I want you to imagine this incredible divine healing energy coming down from God. And it's coming in to the top of your head, your crown chakra, and allow it to filter through your brain. As it filters through your brain, It's going to awaken every cell, atom, molecule in your body, reconnecting you to the Creator, helping you become an unlimited being full of many possibilities and unlimited potential. Answers come to you easy. Now let that energy flow out your third eye. And now allow that energy to flow down even farther and feel it come out of your throat chakra, opening up that chakra. And now feel that energy flow down even farther and feel it come out of your heart chakra. And now feel that energy flow down even farther and let it come out of your solar plexus chakra. And now feel that divine energy flow down even farther and feel it come out of your belly button chakra. And now allow that energy to flow out of your sacral chakra. And now feel that energy flow out of your root chakra. And feel that energy flow all the way down your legs. Let it go out your feet and send it into the earth. Let it flow down your arms and out your hands, and let it flow down your spine. So now I want you to take one more gentle deep breath, and this time as you exhale, imagine everything that no longer serves you that's left in your body is gently released as you exhale. And as you're doing that, I call to Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to any energy you've taken on that's not yours, whether it's from a friend, relative, acquaintance, stranger, anybody you work with, TV set, animal, whatever the karmic reason is that created any out of balance in your life or your body today. And it's all that unwanted energies peeled off of you gently like an onion skin. It goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to reptile, dinosaur energy, secret societies, organized religion, cut all ties to any oaths, vows, curses, hexes, rituals that could have been done to you or your family, going backwards and forwards, hundreds of thousands of generations, or anything you could have done, consciously or unconsciously. And as all that unwanted energy too's peeled off of you gently like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to any effigies that have been misused against you. And that's any elemental of yours that was used to hurt you or anyone, including anything you own, clothes, hair, picture, your name spoken, written, just thought of, or anything you have your energy on and is ties to all those elementals are cut. I call the violet flame through them to clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We release all that unwanted energy back to God, fill them up with love, and we command them to be neutral or only emit love. And now I want Michael to come forth, remove any energy implants that have been done to you or anything that could have carried over from any other lifetime because of dark magic, voodoo, dark witchcraft, or even just dark thoughts that are directed at you. So I want the stick, pin, needle, or knife that's in your crown chakra removed from your third eye, your throat, heart, solar plexus, belly button, root, feet, hands, spine, your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hips, teeth, anywhere in your body that's out of balance. And as you feel all those pins, needles, and knives being very gently removed, imagine all those spaces immediately fill up with the violet flame to clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We release all that unwanted energy back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties, and remove any energy implants that could have been done to you, whether in etheric level or physical. And as ties to those elementals are cut, we also call the violet flame through them to clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We fill them up with love, command them to be neutral and to be gently eliminated from your body later on. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to patriarchy, genocide, rape, incest, slavery, prostitution, persecution, circumcision, removing any energy overlay that's trying to manipulate you, keeping you from connecting with God, healing yourself, being really successful, fulfilling all your divine missions and living your life in joy. And as all that unwanted energy is gently removed, that's keeping all these wonderful things from coming to you, we also send it through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. Now, if there's anybody out there that's directing any kind of dark energy at you, whether it's black magic, ritual, satanic work, or dark thoughts directed your way, we're going to ask them to stop and step forward in the light. And if they choose not to, which is their free will, I ask their higher selves and their guardian angels to put them in a position of harmlessness. We surround them in a bubble of mirror. The mirror faces them. It's 2 inches from their nose. And as long as they do that dark work, that energy stays contained in that bubble of mirror. But we add the violet flame to that bubble of mirror to transmute that energy. So they have no forward movement. The bubble of mirror stays up 24/7, 365 days a year until they do works of good. Now I call your higher self, and I want your higher self to activate your divine blueprint for your perfect health, the one that you came in, that you created before you incarnated into this lifetime. I'm going to ask that it starts manifesting in your body now. So allow all this energy to integrate in a very gentle, kind, loving way with your cells, your atoms, your molecules, all your internal organs going all the way down into your DNA. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine a silver cord coming up from the top of your head, and it's going to connect with the Creator. And you're going to feel this incredible healing energy just pour into the top of your head and flow into your body. And as this is happening, in your mind's eye, remember you're sitting in this stadium filled with like-minded, high-energy people. So imagine yourself holding the hand of the person on the right and on the left. And now send this energy to the person on the right. And as the energy flows, we're going to call to all the divine masters, past, present, future, Sai Baba, Shirdi Baba, Prima Sai Krishna, Jesus, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin. We invite them in to add their energy to what we're doing, all the angels. I call to your divine mates, and I ask your divine mates to send a soul, one of their soul selves, and ask them to stand behind you and feel their hands on your shoulders to add their energy to what we're doing. We call to the elemental kingdom and invite them in and all the angels. And now send love and light to the right. And as the energy flows to the left, the circle is now closed. So only that which is light may enter. We call to all the trees, invite the trees to send the energy into the earth so she can feel it and out through all her branches. So humankind and all life forms can feel it and bring them higher into the light. We call to all the rock stones, crystals, minerals, all the big earth keepers to lock into the big earth keeper in the center, amplify our work over 100,000-fold. We call to all the grids, ley lines, meridians, domes, obelisks, all the sacred and holy spots on the planet to lock in to this light circle. And I'm going to ask that while we're doing this, that everyone that needs a healing receives one tonight. And that you guide us, Mother, Father, God, into doing not our will, but thy will be done. So release their hands and imagine now your hands in your lap where you can put them up. So the energy flows out, and we're going to create this big bubble of light in the center of the stadium. It's over the crystal. And in this bubble of light, let us put the energy of World Enlightenment 2016 and see it manifesting. See everyone coming together, all the enlightened groups, the Dalai Lama, Prem Baba, Karunamai, Amachi, all the Babas, all the light workers coming together and uniting, all the good people on the planet, all the activists. See them all in this bubble of light, gaining strength and energy, reconnecting to the Creator also, getting that recharge themselves, filling up with divine inspiration and everything they need to be successful in their missions and purposes. See everybody talking about the Enlightenment Movement 2016 and how it's happening, how they can manifest it, how just chanting light down can manifest it. Let this be a joyful experience for everybody. See the Enlightenment Movement 2016 snowballing. And more people joining, more people awakening. We ask that the spiritual warriors awaken. The spiritual warrior light workers, the energy workers awaken. The prayer workers awaken. And see them coming together and joining. And as they do, light is getting brighter and overcoming everything that is dark and quantum leaping us into the enlightenment. Now fill up this bubble of light and let's take a deep breath and release it. So take a deep breath. And again, feel that divine energy flow into the center. And in this bubble of light, I want you to place everybody that you know that needs a healing, that's sick. And put yourselves in this bubble of light. Allow yourselves again to be recharged and regenerated and to receive the healing you need. And everyone in this bubble that's having health challenges, we're going to call to Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to whatever is creating this out of balance in their bodies, whether it's body, mind, or soul. And see all that energy, that negative energy, be peeled off of them. And we're going to call the violet flame through them to transmute any out of balance energy, anything that's holding them back and keeping them from reconnecting to the Creator. And as they reconnect, let them fill with this incredible healing energy and light that brings also joy. Feel this yourselves. Feel it down to your cell, your atom, your molecule, all the way down into your DNA. Imagine all those people sitting on tables of angel light or laying on tables of angel light and just receiving that healing also. And helping them release any stuck energy that no longer serves them. And we call to their higher self to send them whatever healing modality they need to heal, and let them be open to receiving whatever it is and putting it into action. Remove the fear so people will try new alternative methods. All right, fill this up with much light and love. And let's take a deep breath and release it. So again, feel that divine energy flow into the center. And in this bubble of light, let's put all those men and women that are in the military all over the planet, anybody who's gone to war, anybody who's in boot camp, anybody in the military, anywhere around the world. And we're called to Michael the Archangel to come forth and remove all veils and overlays that are keeping them from reconnecting to the Creator and becoming an awakened spiritual being. So they see everyone as their mothers, their fathers, the sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, all relatives and people who they would not dream of hurting. And as they reconnect to the Creator, they become conscious. They know better. They know better to hurt or harm. They choose not to harm. And instead, we ask their angels to send them all kinds of opportunities where they can be of service and they can be helpful to people, no matter where they are in the world. And as they help people, this brings them much joy and also the will to be of more service, the service of humanity. Remove the overlays and veils of the warrior energy, of the reptilian energy, the gladiator mentality. Let that all be peeled off of them and replaced with energy from the Creator that reconnects them. And let's put in all those men and women that have come back for war or that are in war, that are in trauma and going through post-traumatic stress. And let's call the violet flame through that to help transmute that energy and to help them release it, for it doesn't serve anybody. And if they're in shock, they're certainly not functional. So imagine them reconnecting to the Creator. And we call the higher selves of all their loved ones to also be guided to what they need to help their loved ones heal and to have more understanding and compassion. And let's put in all the parents, and we're going to call to the higher selves of all the parents to do whatever it takes to keep their children from joining the military and going to war. Let them be divinely inspired on what they need to do to keep their children out of war. And since this is a big bubble of light, let's also put in all the police. And let's call the higher self all the police and let them help them remember that they're here to serve. And let them also reconnect to the Creator to become awakened spiritual beings who know better, who choose not to hurt or harm. And refusing to hurt or harm. And let that energy just flow through all the militaries. That's the energy of love. That high vibration. All right, let's fill this bubble of light up with light and love and take a deep breath and release it. So again, feel that high healing divine energy flow through you, down your arms, out your hands, forming another bubble of light in the center. And in this bubble of light, we're going to place the Mother Earth. And I want you to imagine in your mind's eye her gently rotating. And as she's doing that, we're going to call the Michael the Archangel to cut all ties to any energy work being done, any dark satanic energy work being done on any of the sacred sites, the grids, ley lines, meridians, domes, obelisks, pyramids, ley lines. And we're going to anchor the violet flame to those areas to burn off any out of balance energy that's being trying to be created. and see it immediately neutralize, their magic immediately neutralize. And we call the Michael to cut free whoever they are misusing, whether it's the elemental kingdom or a person. And we ask the angels to guide them to where they will be safe and they can get healing, body, mind, and soul. So imagine the violet flame blazing through the earth, transmuting anything that's out of balance. And while the flame is blazing, we're going to call down the energy of heaven on earth. And imagine that energy just surrounding the planet and touching all life forms, raising our energy to a higher energy, helping us go into enlightenment, helping everyone become more compassionate and kind and loving and being able to express it. And now allow this very golden solar energy to just pour over all the Earth's pyramids. And see that energy, that golden solar energy, go all the way down into the Earth's grids and just circle the Earth. This very, very high energy grid system now that's reconnected to the Creator. And as this golden solar energy flows, people start becoming awakened spiritual beings and acting in the right way. And now allow this divine energy to flow into all the fractures, the ley lines, the fault lines, everywhere where they've done fracking. And we're going to call the violet flame through those areas also to help the Mother Earth release any energy that was artificially built up or energy that she's been having to release. And let it be a very gentle, kind, loving release. We ask the Mother Earth, if she can, to start to gently ratchet as she releases. So it's in little tiny burps and not a big blow. And so she moves and is gentle, loving, and kind. And now allow this energy literally to go into the earth and again, neutralizing all the toxins, the poisons, the radiation, the pharmaceuticals, the chemicals, the petrochemicals that's in her. And we're going to imagine this high energy going all the way down into the center of the earth. And now allow it to circulate through the earth, helping her recharge and regenerate and to hold her own. And to become so strong that she becomes dominant over Monsanto. That no matter what the reptilians or anyone tries to do to her, she stays centered. And we're going to give the Mother Earth permission to literally take back all the gold, all her minerals, anything that's been taken out of her. See the Mother Earth, pull it back inside her, that energy. No matter what planet it's been taken to, and if anybody is wearing gold jewelry and misusing it, she takes the energy back. And as she takes this back, she becomes stronger. And again, able to hold her balance. And now allow this energy to flow up through the waters, recharging all the plankton, all the little tiny sea creatures. And imagine it going through all the coral reefs. And as we send energy into the coral reefs, we ask the Creator to put the spark of life back into the coral reefs and see them coming back to life. See this energy flow around all the fish, all the sea creatures. See them being recharged and regenerated and receive a healing to help them heal from all the poisons and the toxins in the waters. And send this high healing energy through all the water and see it neutralizing all those poisons and toxins and chemicals and radiation and pharmaceuticals. Send so much light through the water, it creates a white noise that neutralizes all out of balance sonar that hurts the sea creatures. And see this white noise trailing that noise to where its source and imploding that equipment and doing it in a way where no one is hurt or harmed. Now I want you to imagine huge water bottles that are 10 miles wide, 10 miles high, 10 miles long, and billions of them all over the ocean, all over the waters. And we're going to put in this bottle, it's pure, pristine mineral water. And we're now going to command the water elemental to mirror the water in the bottles and see the water coming back to life. The energy that we're sending through the ocean, let it reoxygenate the ocean and also put it into its right temperature. Send energy now through the North Atlantic grid, the underwater system, and see that kept open. And we call to the Mother Earth to start also releasing microorganisms anywhere where there's been oil spills or leaks or any kind of pharmaceutical damage, radiation, and see the Mother Earth helping us clean up the oceans and the waters with her microorganisms. And we're going to call to the divine beings out there, the cosmic beings, to come down and work with this radiation. Make something beneficial out of it or get rid of it totally out of the sky and all the chemtrails. And clean up the air. Please. And now I want you to allow this energy to flow up the North and South Pole. The higher it gets, the colder the glaciers get and the more the ice is re-solidified. And everywhere where there is supposed to be snow on the mountains, see those mountains magnetize the clouds that are needed to bring in the snow, which brings in water. And let it be clean snow. All right, let this energy touch every man, woman, and child on the planet. And see everyone, their heart chakras awakening. See them, their God brain activated and the reptilian brain shutting down. And all brains being given what they need to counter the radiation, which we're clearing up. See the light workers being so filled with light that they're magnetizing everything they need to them to be successful. Whether it's people, whether it's money situation, divine ideas. And we call the Ganesha the remover of obstacles, to remove all obstacles out of the light workers' way so they can be successful. And see all these activist groups coming together as one and sharing their resources. And as they come together, they're stronger and they are successful. Now send energy into all the plants. And again, see Mother Earth becoming so strong that she's dominant over Monsanto. And everything goes back to nature. Now send energy into all the animals. Let them recharge and regenerate. All the insects, the bees. Send energy to the mother queen bee so she can hold it. And amplify a little light there in her hive. Anchor light. Now send energy so the birds feel it, everything that flies. Send energy out now, let it expand so it goes into the very air we breathe, reoxygenating the air and see it being cleaned up from chemtrails, radiation, or any poison or toxins in the sky. And now let this energy expand so it now goes into the ozone, and see the ozone becoming very, very solid. So there are no more holes in the ozone. And see this energy expand even farther so it now goes into the satellite belt. And see the satellites that are not working for the benefit of humankind becoming so magnetized that they magnetize space junk to them and knocks it just slightly out of orbit so they don't work. And if they got to come down, let it come down where no one will be hurt or harmed. So expand this energy even farther so it goes to all those other enlightened beings on all the other planets that are helping us. And we thank them for what they've done. And we're asking for help because we certainly can use more help to take this planet into enlightenment. So let's fill this up with light and love and take a deep breath and release it. All right, so let's do one more quick bubble of light. And again, feel that energy flow down into the center. And in this bubble of light, I want to put in all your missions, your divine purposes, and I ask that it be given positive forward movement. I put in your heart's desires in this bubble of light, and I ask that they manifest for you. And that when you do, you recognize them and be joyful about it. I ask that you fill up with so much energy and so much abundance comes to your way that you have so much abundance that you share it with others. In this bubble of light, put the angels in it so they can recharge, regenerate the elemental kingdom, air, earth, fire, and water, all the divine masters, past, present, future, and see everyone working in harmony to manifest World Enlightenment 2016. So let's fill this up with light and love and take a deep breath and release it. So let's do 3 ohms and let's close. Now, what's really cool, if we could hear ourselves ohm, it would be amazing because when we do it at my store on Thursday nights, which I have a group light circle, and we put our hands on the crystal and we do this, everybody harmonizes. And it is the most awesome thing you will ever feel or hear. And everybody, you vibrate because the crystal is tuning into you. So I'd like everybody to join me into doing 3 ohms. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all the beings in all worlds be happy. Loka samasta sukhi no bhavantu. We release all the divine beings that joined us, and we thank them for their help. Now I need everyone to ground, and I'm sure you're very lightheaded and very spacey because, oh my God, this is a huge group tonight. And it's very important to ground, as if you're spacey and lightheaded, you are out of body. And you can have accidents. You might not be able to go to sleep tonight because you're so full of energy. So I need you to help me ground. If you have a piece of hematite, I would like for you to get that and hold it. That's going to help you ground. And if you don't have it, I would really highly recommend you getting one or a couple of pieces to help you ground. And, you know, it's nice even to use when you're not listening to my show, you know, if you are getting mad or angry Or you're going to go get your taxes done and, you're mad or angry and you have to be calm, or the kids are mad, made you angry and you want to be calm. Okay. So hematite is great for grounding. And when people come into my store in Honoka'a, Hawaii, and they get very, very spacey because I own a rock shop there of all the crystals that I have. And I have the largest crystal in Hawaii. It's a 1,000-pound smoky quartz celestial earth keeper that you can come hug anytime. And I have another 650-pound crystal that you can hug. So I have them hold hematite if they get really spacey, and they ground really quickly, and then they can make decisions, and it's a win-win for everybody. So if you don't have hematite, put your feet flat on the floor, and I'm going to call to the Mother Earth, and I'm going to ask the Mother Earth to send you energy up your feet. And with every breath, feel more of this heavy earth energy come up your legs, and you're pulling back in body. And you're starting to center. You're feeling very clear-headed, very back in body. And again, feel yourself becoming very, very centered and clear-headed. And if you're not in a cold area, if you're still lightheaded after the show, go out and hug a tree. Oh, become a tree hugger. All you have to do is put your hands on the tree, and for 30 seconds, send all your excess energy into the tree, and then ask the tree to send you energy back, and boom, you ground. And if you're very sensitive, you're going to feel that energy ground you, and it's going to feel heavy. And after you do a lot of light work, or even after you get a massage, it's good to ground. And I make sure that everybody that I work on, especially when they come in to see me at my store, I ground you, because I don't want to be responsible for you karmically to put you in a very altered state and then have, something happen. So ground for me, take a bath later, eat something, that'll help you ground. And please share the work. Ask people to tune in to the show. The more people that join in, the stronger the energy and the vibration and our manifestations. If you have something that you would like to work on earth-wise, write to me. Write to me on Facebook, or you can write to me through my website at www.angelliteom.com. ANGELITEOM.com. Or gosh, you can even leave comments on Google and YouTube. Just make sure they're nice. Only kidding. Not. Also, if you feel the need to go and have greater work done on a spiritual level, you can go to YouTube, and I have my soul retrieval there. And I have a back-to-back soul retrieval, which, is very rarely done. Soul retrieval is taking all your energy back that you've given away or people have taken from you, with or without your permission, from all your incarnations, past, present, future, planetary. I also do a major curse removal, and I remove your mother's overlay and father's overlay. And it takes about an hour to do. And I do it often on radio because, again, to me, if you can have a clear path and if you're successful, well, you might just focus a little bit on enlightenment and doing your spiritual work. So it's a win-win for everybody. I really appreciate everyone that's joined in tonight. I am so grateful. Have you had magical things happen to you this past week? Gosh, I have. I had this wonderful magical moment. I own a rock shop, which you may know, called Cathy's Angel Light Crystals, Miracles, and Joy. And I had a woman come by that lived there. And she saw me. She came up to me and she says, I want to give I don't want my rocks and stones anymore, and I want to give them to where they'll be appreciated. She gave me her whole collection. I mean, it's primo stuff, beautiful polished points, all kinds of lovely phantoms. And she didn't ask me for a penny. She took a hug and a thank you, and that was all she wanted. Now that's amazing. And another kiss from the divine is helping me manifest. I'm all of a sudden I need to plant flowers, but you can't do it here because you got wild pigs. So you got to be careful how you plant. And God guided me to a planters that were for brand new, 75 cents, 50 cents, everything I needed. I love it when that happens. When God gives you something and it's either for free or it's such a low cost and a bargain, you know it's yours. You know you're living in the wave of the divine when that happens. So please talk about the show. Invite other people to join so we can amplify light and really bring in World Enlightenment 2016. Go to the website, become a member so you get all the updates on what's happening so you can join in. And it's a group movement. We can't do it without you. Talk about Enlightenment Movement 2016. You know, whatever you talk about, add Enlightenment Movement 2016 into it. That's all you got to do. The sky is blue outside. It'll be bluer when we're in Enlightenment 2016. You know, anything you can add to it. The more people that say it, the more quicker we're going to manifest it because it will become trendy. And we will do it. It is our destiny to bring in the golden age. We're it. If it's not for us, who's it going to be? What are you waiting for? You know, the call is out. And again, the first big movement we're going to have, major, really group gathering worldwide, is March 14th. And all you got to do is chant that day, may divine enlightenment descend down around everyone now. Chant it with me. May divine enlightenment descend down around everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend down around everyone now. Can you feel that energy flow down around you? I'm getting hot. Do it again. May divine enlightenment descend down around you now. And if you have any trouble with that, remembering it, I also did a little YouTube of chanting for enlightenment. And guess what we're chanting? Yes, may divine enlightenment descend down around everyone now. Woohoo! Also, for those of you that are familiar with Brasso, he's a Croatia healer from Croatia, and he's a gazer. He's doing online gazings for free tomorrow and Thursday. He does about 7 or 8 of them for 5 minutes. I make sure I get them all in, if not for my family, for manifesting enlightenment, which is a heart's desire of mine. And that's what I'm asking for, as well as, you know, I add my family and friends in. But boy, if it's for free and you're going to have movement, it can't get any easier. All you have to do is show up on the internet, and it's brasso.me. And in the meantime, think World Enlightenment 2016 now. Aloha.